question.
Over the last week, we've seen that coming out of the NZRFU players poll, it does not seem that the professional players were happy with the new All Blacks coaching panel. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Did the NZRFU get it right choosing Ian Forster as the All Blacks coach? And that's from Mitchell Taylor from Brizzy.
It's a great question. We sort of touched on it a bit at the start, didn't we, with our news?
Can I just correct him on this? It wasn't an NZRFU poll.
It was a
radio poll.
Was it a radio poll? I can give you a name.
Yeah, so Country Sport Breakfast producer Sam Casey did this poll. 100 players from all around New Zealand's. So I'm guessing around about 20 players per club, per franchise.
Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I would have liked to have done the poll myself just to see what sort of questions were asked.
Well, the questions are to the right there, Toes, so we can have a little look through them in more detail.
Oh, yeah.
It was an anonymous polling.
Yeah.
It was done between March and June. So obviously when the players weren't...
Whilst it was COVID
and they weren't doing everything. At least 15 players from every Kiwi Super Rugby franchise. The first question they were asked, did the NZRFU get right with their All Blacks coaching group? And the 46% said they believed New Zealand Rugby did not make the right decision. So almost half the players felt that they didn't make the right decision. 26% said were happy with the enforcer but not with the assistant coaches.
Yeah.
Only 28% of the players polled agreed with the NZ Rugby's decision.
Wow. It would have been interesting to have a poll of the options, like Razor Robinson, Tony Brown, all that sort of thing, and see who people would have gone for.
Yeah, so I think it was an open forum. They asked the question, they wrote down their answer.
Right.
These are some of the questions. Shall we go through them, Tobes? We got who is the best player in New Zealand? 40% of players said Beauden Barrett, and he's playing at 15.
Yeah, interesting.
Who is the best player under 23 years of age? Geordie Barrett.
Where's Rico?
I know. He had a bad season though, didn't he, last year?
Oh, he did. He did.
He had a bad season.
You're right.
Who's the best first five in New Zealand? Beauden Barrett. So, here we go. We've got all this. Who's the best winger? George Bridge. Who's the best midfielder? Anton Leonard-Brown. Who's the best fullback? Damien McKenzie.
Yeah. 2 minutes to go. 4 down. Need a try. Whose hands get the ball to? Damien McKenzie. Wow.
Who's the next breakout All Black? Callum Grace. Hoskins Satutu, second. Mark
Who's
Talia,
Callum
third.
Grace?
Crusaders blindside flanker. How dare you?
Has he been good?
Really, really good player.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
You've never mentioned his name.
I've mentioned his name a lot.
No.
I've said last week in the podcast, I said he was being likened to Richie McCaw.
What? No personality? Ooh, snap. Oh, here we go. Who is the best professional coach you've had? Tony Brown.
17% Tony Brown, 16% Scott Robertson. And then this is the best one, mate. Dave Rennie, 9%.
Yeah.
Why is that the most impressive?
Well,
because he's not coaching anyone at the current time.
Yeah.
That shows how highly he's thought of.
When he was coaching the Chiefs were bloody good.
Very, very good, yeah. Everywhere he's gone, he's brought some success.
I agree.
So, do we think, though, that they got it right? It doesn't matter what we think is my answer to this.
No, but also, we don't know. We don't know.
They haven't played any games.
Exactly. We need to give him a chance. Massively
need to give him a chance. He's been selected. I think they've got to go with him to the World Cup.
Yes.
Do I think that it was the right decision? I've made this point before. No.
Yeah.
I thought Scott Robinson should have been in there. But I think both of them fell down because by the sounds of it, both of them didn't have their coaching assistants already signed up.
Yeah.
Now, if you go into that interview and say, hi, my name's Scott Robinson. I've got Tony Brown signed up. I've got, Ronan O'Gara, let's say.
Got Toby Harris
and Damien Warren, then of course you're going to get the job. But if you go in...
I tell you what, the NZRFU would probably turn around there and go, like, Razor, you don't have the job, unfortunately, but Toby and Damien do.
Yeah. Yeah. The All Blacks are going to go through the roof. Yeah. No, down the pan.
No, imagine if they did.
Through the roof?
Yeah. Imagine if we coached them.
No.
Imagine if we did coach them, though.
Maybe we'd finally look good. They would make us look good.
Mate, you always look good.
So, yeah, the answer is, it doesn't matter what we think. They've selected him. Everyone's got to get behind him. I think it's really bad form that they've done this poll and they've released it.
I agree. That media, though, it's the media.
It is the media, but if I was Fozzie sitting in the stands watching players, I would feel massively under threat at the moment. And that doesn't get the best out of anyone when you're right. Thinking about, I've got to produce results rather than building for a World Cup. Now, luckily for Fozzie, as I keep referring to him, is he's got the only place in the world at the moment that's playing rugby. So he's got a head start. He's got an amazing group of players to choose from.
Amazing pool.
He's going to have a lot of time on his hands. So, arguably the only other place that's playing rugby is Australia, and they're obviously struggling at the moment. So he can't do anything but win at the moment. So let's just give him an opportunity and a chance. Now, mate, it is time to preview the weekend's matches.